a MAC or Estee Lauder, beauty kit that costs about 300,000. Just so many prizes to be won. But in addition to that, you allow yourself to be seen and exposed to people who are in government, and you just might get yourself a job. So let's just, as women, come together, do this video. Let's even hear what our women are saying. Let's hear their ideas and how we can help our country.
Great, nice.
Women have done hers, yes. Yes.
Really? Trying to win something.
Oh,
you did not tell me.
I'm going to do mine as well.
I wanted to repost it, and I thought, okay, why not do a video?
Please.
Somebody came to be DM me. Auntie, are they finished? I said,
we have not finished. It's still on.
Post your own now. Miriam have said it.
Please, I will do video.
I'm fine.
How you doing?
I'm fine. Today is Dupe and Justina's birthday.
Yes.
I don't want to die after the show because they will beat the hell out of me. So happy birthday, Justina.
Yeah, make a party. What?
And Dupe is the producer of Entertainment Splash.
Yes.
And Justina is the makeup artist, and I'm so proud of her. Opening her studio
today.
And she has disinvited us because she puts at 4. Because I won't be around here.
It was you that she didn't disinvite me.
Disinvited me. Me is us now. Only me is 2 people.
Yes.
So, I'm with you too.
I'm disinvited, but I'll show up there tomorrow. I'm so
How was
proud
your event?
of her.
It went great. It went well, yes. Really excited about the conversations, of course, about women in politics and governance. It went well.
Fantastic. Good. Well done.
You?
That's all. I'm good. I'm good. I don't know what
Running
to
out
say.
today.
Okay, I have a meeting today. There's a lady that I really respect a lot. So she's meeting me today. I'm really excited to go and see her in the office in Ikoyi, have a conversation.
Wear your business cap.
Oh yeah, I need to wear my business card. You never know
The
these
shoes,
things.
the shoes.
Oh, the shoes. They want
the
to wear
shoes
these high shoes.
Yeah,
Just
you look
wear that.
pretty.
Yeah, thank you.
Makeup
They got tired of my block shoes.
No, we don't.
So I've gotten messages like, stop wearing these shoes. I'm like,
Who said?
all right, let's
me.
everybody.
Because if I had said it, you wouldn't have listened to me.
Yeah, I wouldn't have listened to you. Let's go. It's Thursday. We're gisting away today. We know there are many burning issues in Nigeria, but we don't care. We are talking today, gisting today. We're going to break. We'll be right back.
Stay tuned. Your View will be right back.
Okay, we're going to start with the nation. Tinubu and Shetima, I have made hard and best choice. APC candidate says 2023 is a must-win. I won't be vice president to Muslims alone. Jealous woman sets husband ablaze in Oshun. Lagos launches smart ID card. Blackout as grid collapses to 0 megawatts thrice in 3 hours. Kiari NDLA tenders $61,400 alleged bribe cash in court. Akeredolu orders sack of civil servants on double salaries. And witness testifies against Itete in the $1.3 billion Malibu oil proceeds suit. Okay?
Okay, so quickly, do you want to take
The human.
So the Abba Kyari story caught my interest, and I'm loving the way the NDLEA tied it up. So an NDLEA key witness, one of their staff, has presented to court $61,400 cash bribe, which he alleged to have received from Abba Kyari at the time he arrested him, and a 24-pack of cocaine, which was also part of their evidence that they are tendering to the court as part of what was seized from him at the time of arrest. He said all the monies are in $100 bills, and they were given to him by the key suspect. So we're looking at how this goes. I'm hoping that by the time they're doing cross examination, things are properly even further tidied up, and I hope that they don't break into their case or cause any doubt in their case. This looks very neat as it is, as I'm reading.
So there's a human interest story in the nation today. So police in Osun State launched a manhunt for a woman who was said to have set her husband ablaze. The suspect, Ifeoluwa Akanji, reportedly set her husband or boyfriend, Boluba Midele, on fire over alleged infidelity. So what happened was they got into a marriage engagement in the month of March, and then he had to relocate to Cairo, Egypt. So he had to send her money. They built a bungalow, and then he came back a few weeks ago to celebrate her birthday. Then the lady realized that he had impregnated somebody else. I think through phone conversations and all that, and she got really upset. They tried to solve the issue, talked about it for over a week. It didn't work, and then this particular day he was inside, she came out, set the house ablaze, locked all the doors, all the windows, and disappeared. So neighbors, he had to take them about 40 minutes to break the windows to get into the apartment. They were using sand and water. At the end of the day, this man died. They took him to the hospital, yes, and he lost his life.
The woman eventually killed herself, allegedly killed herself. Because the
they said there's still a man. Okay, they said there's still a man. Okay.
Yeah. So part of the reports are she ran away, but they're suspecting suicide because of the way she died. So I guess.
Yes. So
go ahead.
Yes, I was trying to make sure that I found only positive news today. So Lagos State Residents Registration Agency, LASRA, has launched what it calls the upgraded Lagos State Resident Identity Card. So it's a smart card. This is the first of its kind in the whole of Africa. So the general manager says that this card comes with a lot with its features and functionalities that will offer holders wider and faster access to services. So you can use it to pay services across multiple vendors, buses, ferries, supermarkets, as cash withdrawals from ATM machines. But it's also like a registration of Lagos residents, get all their data and things like that. I feel that is, but I also feel that they should work with LIRS. It's a good way of also making sure that you widen the tax net.
What's the join now?
What are you afraid of?
Has directed the head of service, Pastor John Adeyemo, to dismiss officers receiving double salaries. They found that they actually had to clean up the state payroll led by the former permanent secretary, Mr. Victor Olajori. I said they have an over-bloated workforce in Ondo State, and undoubtedly they showed they act so many ghost workers. I mean, we thought they actually cleaned up these ghost workers. So many of them have been sacked and asked to they've stopped paying.
Ghosts have been sacked.
Ghost salaries, but the ghost workers have been sacked. But obviously, the NLC chairman made his own objections, because the NLC would always want to know how the process is, because you don't want people to be unjustly sacked. So, of course, NLC is raising an eyebrow, saying that they're going to ensure that justice is served and nobody is illegally or wrongly let go for something they've not done. Moving on quickly now to the Punch. ASU strike, NLC rejects Buhari's 2-week ultimatum, insists on protests. Picture here of anti-Shetima forces angry as Tinubu defends running mate. 4 men gang rape Lagos schoolgirl for 5 days.
Look at that.
How Ebubeagu killed my 7 brothers in my presence, says survivor. Osun woman wanted for allegedly burning husband over infidelity. Adeleke wins appeal, gets certificate of return. Reps probe lopsided TCL recruitment, summons MD and head of service. Bakers halt bread production, over rising costs. Reps plan tax crimes, commission headed by IG. And CBN panel worries over Nigeria's debt repayment capacity. Okay, let's major headline. Who has ASU?
Quickly.
Human interest.
I would leave that later. The human interest.
Oh, okay.
Ebubeagu killing 7 relatives of one Namdi. And the Punch had reported this killing that happened on Wednesday in Awo Omam in Oru East local government area of Imo State. And they further investigated and found a survivor who narrated how his relatives, 7 of them, were gunned down. So they had gone, according to him, for a traditional marriage rites, and on their way back on the Sunday, they ran into Ebubeagu's team, and they stopped the bike, started to shoot down relatives. So when he saw what was happening ahead, he told his own bike man to turn around, and so they started chasing him and the bike man. They fell the bike, gunned down the man, shot another person in the hand, and he was taken by them to their hideout or wherever, maybe their headquarters somewhere. And they were locked in, all of them. So he kept trying to say something till he was heard, and he narrated how they were coming from a traditional rites and that they were not ESN members or any of such feared groups in the East. And so they told him to take them to where the marriage rites happened. They went to the traditional ruler to confirm his story, and then they released him a day after, and gave him his phone. And what saddened me in this story is the side of the government. So the governor's spokesperson, quickly, sorry, I'd highlighted that place. So according to the statement, the governor's spokesperson in Imo State, I'm trying to get his name quickly, narrated that the government is aware of this. He said the DSS director confirmed that his men carried out an operation at Awo Oma with the assistance of their informant. They are, obviously, is a security agency backed up by government, but now they are acting out of situation, and the government issued a statement that the spokesperson, Oguike Nwachukwu, he read the governor's side. He said, Governor Uzodimma said that the state government would not be deterred by propaganda and blackmail in their quest to protect lives and property. They're taking ownership of this group who killed the family members of this man. And they're saying, that's what they're saying here.
I don't see that.
He said they will not be deterred in the propaganda to protect lives. He spoke on Monday after the Imo State Security Council meeting with regard to the alleged incident that took place at Awo Omama on Monday and led to the death of some bandits. They are claiming these people that they gunned down were bandits. Okay. And my question is, who vetted that information? They are saying they relied on informants. It's also in this story. I'm just worried about this. You see why we say this thing about state policing? It has to be very tidied up before anybody will sell it to me.
Okay, let's go on a quick break. When we come back, we continue with the review. Stay with us to break back.
Yes.
Stay tuned. Your View will be right back.
At TVC Communications, we're all about our audience. Millions of viewers, listeners, and readers every day all around Nigeria.
Our 2 TV stations are among the most watched in Nigeria.
TVC News is our award-winning 24-hour national and international news channel headquartered here in Lagos, broadcasting live from our custom-built state-of-the-art news headquarters.
TVC, the top-rated family entertainment channel, is the place for fun, music, and information. With our breakfast show, Wake Up Nigeria, the all-female chat show, Your View, the best soaps and dramas from Nolly, Bolly, and Hollywood, music and entertainment blast, courtesy Eastplash, and of course, award-winning news and current affairs. It is all here.
With news bureau and studios around the country and the ability to go live anywhere, anytime, we are first for breaking news in Nigeria. Awarded the NMMA TV Station of the Year, TVC News is the station of choice for news that is first, accurate, balanced, and reliable every time. TVC and TVC News watched by over 4.5 million people in Nigeria every day on terrestrial, DTH, DTT, OTT, and available to viewers in the UK on Sky TV. Watch all of our world-class programs on TV, online, and on our app. TVC and TVC News, the best entertainment and news for Nigeria on TV and online.
And when you can't watch us, listen to us. 102.3 Max FM Lagos and 90.9 Max FM Abuja are now ranked among the most listened to radio stations in Nigeria.
Now, with over 1.5 million listeners every day, we're the people's favorite radio station. Best hit music, best on-air talent. Max 102.3 hit music for Lagos and Max 90.9 hit music for Abuja. We are your home for that fun, entertainment, and hit music.
In Lagos, TVC, our leading family entertainment TV channel, has a 47% market share. But this is just the start of our journey, as we plan to add even more services to entertain and inform our ever-growing audience. Thanks for being part of the TVC communications story.
TVC Communications, we're all about our audience. Millions of viewers, listeners, and readers every day all around Nigeria.
Our 2 TV stations are among the most watched in Nigeria.
TVC News is our award-winning 24-hour national and international news channel headquartered here in Lagos, broadcasting live from our custom-built state-of-the-art news headquarters.
TVC, the top-rated family entertainment channel, is the place for fun, music, and information. With our breakfast show, Wake Up Nigeria, the all-female chat show, Your View, the best soaps and dramas from Nolly, Bali, and Hollywood, music and entertainment blast, courtesy eSplash, and of course, award-winning news and current affairs. It is all here.
With news bureau and studios around the country and the ability to go live anywhere, anytime, we are first for breaking news in Nigeria. Awarded the NMMA TV Station of the Year, TVC News is the station of choice for news that is first, accurate, balanced, and reliable every time. TVC and TVC News watched by over 4.5 million people in Nigeria every day on terrestrial, DTH, DTT, OTT, and available to viewers in the UK on Sky TV. Watch all of our world-class programs on TV, online, and on our app. TVC and TVC News, the best entertainment and news for Nigeria on TV and online.
And when you can't watch us, listen to us. 102.3 Max FM Lagos and 90.9 Max FM Abuja are now ranked among the most listened to radio stations in Nigeria.
Now, with over 1.5 million listeners every day, we're the people's favorite radio station. Best hit music, best on-air talent. Max 102.3 hit music for Lagos and Max 90.9 hit music for Abuja. We are your home for that fun, entertainment, and hit music.
In Lagos, TVC, our leading family entertainment TV channel, has a 47% market share. But this is just the start of our journey, as we plan to add even more services to entertain and inform our ever-growing audience.
Thanks for staying with us. We're still reviewing Punch. Yes, PC had a story.
Yes, so a very sad story in the Punch. A 15-year-old teenager who was allegedly abducted, drugged, and raped by 4 men in Igondo area of Lagos State has been found. She was found 5 days after the abduction happened, and according to the father, said she has just finished her WAEC examinations, and that particular evening they were going to church, herself and her siblings, and then this group of men in a vehicle just stopped close by and asked them where they were going to, and they explained they were going to church, and so they offered to give them a lift. But immediately the elder sister, that's the 15-year-old, entered the vehicle. They closed the door and sped off. So the remaining siblings started screaming and shouting, "Sister, where are you going to? Sister, where are you going to?" And so that was how she just went missing. But fortunately, one of the neighbors saw what happened and quickly took, he didn't even understand that it was a case of an abduction, but quickly took the picture of the plate number. And so presented it to the father. When they realized the girl was missing, they were able to trace it to the compound. They found the girl tied up in a place there. She has been raped from Monday to Friday. They will drug, they will rape, they will drug, they will rape. And they've made the police has been able to make some arrests. They said they took her to the general hospital in Ugondo, and she was rejected. They had to take her to another hospital in Ikeja, where she was finally accepted, and she's already undergoing treatment. So the father is screaming and saying that he wants justice for this girl.
Absolutely. I have, that was such a sad story. Bakers under the aegis of the Premium Bread Makers Association of Nigeria have announced that they would soon stop production of their products starting Thursday, so like tools down. And they gave, a few reasons why this is so. They say that, of course, as we understand, the price of baking materials have gone up. They say by 15% with has gone up. Diesel prices as well is affecting their production. They also talk about 15% wheat development levy on wheat import, and that's by the federal government. Then there's a NAFDAC's 154,000 penalty charge for late renewal of certificates for the inability of its members to access, and then also inability of their members to access grants and soft loans that is given by the CBN to SMEs. So all this, and they said they've had many conversations with the Federal Ministry of Industry, Trade and Investment, to just look into their case and see how but it hasn't come about anything positive. And so they're saying they're going to down tools on Thursday. They understand that bread is, especially in Nigeria, is a grab-and-go food, and that really there's no alternative to bread. But
bread is life.
It's become so difficult for them to produce.
Yes, so bread is life.
All right, so yesterday, anger greeted, hundreds of angry protesters greeted the unveiling of the vice presidential candidate of the APC yesterday at the APC Secretariat in Abuja. They came in 6 luxurious buses, and many of them came, and they were angry and they were protesting against the selection of Shettima and the unveiling of Shettima. They have said that they were chanting songs, building various banners with inscriptions saying, "A cry for justice, drop Shettima, give slots to our Christian brothers." And they were going on and on saying that even some of the ICAN in the various chapters in the state were saying that they were not going to support the APC in the coming elections. Many even said from the Kaduna South, saying that they're going to be losing 2.2 votes from the southern part of Kaduna. Many have also come to even claim that some of the bishops and clerics that showed up at the meeting at the unveiling yesterday were hired, and the spokesperson for the Tinubu campaign have come out to debunk that. However, many are still objecting and expressing their grievances against this election of the APC. However, the candidate himself has also said that he had to make a hard choice, and it was the best choice he had to make.
The NLC is also going on strike in solidarity with ASU, and they said the 40 unions, including the aviation workers, will join. The government says this is illegal, but NLC says nothing will stop them. So on the 26th and 27th, they're supposed to do a solidarity to the nationwide protest. And they said that the right to protest is free.
Moving on quickly to Daily Sun. Presidential election must win for APC, says Tinubu. ASU FG declares NLC's proposed solidarity protest illegal. Can disowns bishops at Shettima's unveiling, says stand on same faith ticket is irreversible. Blackout anxiety as National Grid records 6th collapse. Ogun State Oshun Governor-elect deputy received certificate of return. Government storm varsity hostel, abduct students in Cross River. Customs impounds bales of acidic second-hand clothes. NCDC on high alert over second case of Marburg virus in Ghana. Which story?
Let me take the Nigerian Customs. I took it because of the headline. So it says the Sector 3 Joint Border Patrol Team, JBPT, of the Nigerian Customs Service has seized a luxury bus conveying 44 bales of acidic second-hand clothing and 16 sacks of fairly used infectious shoes. And they go ahead to also talk about all the other seized things that they have seized. They've talked about people trying to smuggle out petroleum products, even though they understand the scarcity that we're facing right now in our country. They've talked about people who are bringing in parboiled rice and how those ones too were stopped. But I was hoping to see a bit more information on this acidic second-hand clothing.
Did you mention that?
Yes, like was it tested? Was this deliberate acidic? As someone put acidic components in the clothes to come and affect Nigerians, where it was just 1 or 2 sentences, and really I would like to understand how they came about that. And the infectious shoes, was this deliberately made infected, or did they go through a laboratory test? And if it's just usual use of words, I hope it's not just their way, because we have, whether we like it or not, the second-hand clothing industry is a big one in Nigeria.
Many
people
cannot afford new ones.
By that. And,
quickly, blackout. Another blackout is 6th in 7 months. Happened yesterday. The last one was in June. It was June 13th. But this one affected us in Kodisco because we didn't find it funny.
Everybody.
All the other ones used to be.
She's working there.
But this one we were totally.
She's an investor.
I'm an investor. I am an investor. All of us. So we didn't have light at all yesterday, and so this blackout news came sadly. Around 5:35 yesterday, they said the grid collapsed.
Everything is collapsed.
Throughout yesterday, there was no light anywhere.
So yesterday we were celebrating ASU negotiation, and we're so excited. No, the presidency is debunking the reports that the president gave an ultimatum to the Minister of Education to sort the matter. They said that's not how it happened, that the media is just trying to sensationalize everything. And what they said is that that's according to the Special Assistant to the President, Media and Publicity, Garba Shehu. He said that almost all media houses allow themselves to be deceived by interest sources that are not authorized spokesmen of the government in publishing their story on the purported presidential ultimatum. He said neither during nor after the meeting was there any ultimatum given to the Minister of Education. That the only thing that they said that the Minister of Education will carry out continue the negotiations, and they just appealed to the Minister of Labour to hands off this negotiation so that the Minister of Education can carry it on, and he has to work with relevant ministries and agencies to see how in a few weeks they can solve the matter. So we should know what to say, how to celebrate it or not.
No, because yesterday we thought that the president gave that ultimatum, and it
makes sense to.
But these stories, you see, we have to really talk about this sensationalizing. Everybody wants to sell papers. You want to come with this headline, and everybody, and you not think, you do
2 weeks ultimatum to sort the matter.
I mean, come on.
Hands up from the
Okay, and I was going to take the NCDC because the Nigeria Center for Disease is saying that they are raising the surveillance because in Ghana they've recorded the second case of the Marburg virus disease. And this is like, according to the story, MVD is another example of zoonosis, such as Lassa fever, and it causes rare, highly infectious disease, and it causes severe hemorrhage, fever in humans and non-humans, and it's just like Ebola. Remember when Ebola happened? So according to NCDC, they have taken measures to prevent an outbreak in Nigeria. The point of entry surveillance has been heightened. Trained rapid response teams are on standby to be deployed in the event of an outbreak, and the ICC, that's the Incident Coordination Center, has also been on alert mode. So we are monitoring what's going on in Ghana. We're ensuring that at the point of entry, this is being monitored. But at the same time, we must also be careful because this is just like an Ebola situation. Okay, let's move on quickly to Vanguard. Muslim ticket. I have heard you, but I believe in Shetima. Tinubu tells critics. Varsity union strike. Federal government labor tango over nationwide protests. Manufacturers seek separate forex window for raw materials importation. 2023, how can Nigeria get it back? So how Nigeria can get it right, says Adam Olekun, that's Professor Adam Olekun. And I won't take your trust for granted, Adeleke tells Oshun people. Which story are we taking? Labor? Okay, we've taken labor already. Forex, who has the forex window?
Okay, I have the forex story. So the Manufacturers Association of Nigeria are those who are involved in importation are asking the federal government to distinguish between forex for them and those who get forex for importation of finished products. So they have the same figure for importation of raw materials as well as importation of finished products pegged at the same amount within the CBN. So they're asking the CBN to review that price and talking about how this affects, the production industry and how, of course, it affects eventually the common man. So certain products that we need, that we don't have here, that come in as raw materials should be, subsidized or reduced. Maybe subsidized. I don't want to use.
We have to run. We're thinking around at times. Is there any story in treatment that was really important that we have to
follow up on the Zamfara story.
Okay.
Of the turbining of the bandits. So the Zamfara State governor is giving us an update. So apart from the suspension of that emir, the state is saying that henceforth no emir, senior district head or district head must appoint anybody into any traditional office without securing official permission and clearance from the state government. And compliance with this directive is now mandatory, and failure to abide by it will attract serious reprimand from the state government.
Okay,
so we'll see how that's
all we can take on Front Page Review. When we come back, it's Thursday, and we'd love to talk about family, life, and relationships. Stay with us. We'll be right back.
Stay tuned. Your View will be right back.
At TVC Communications, we're all about our audience. Millions of viewers, listeners, and readers every day all around Nigeria.
Our 2 TV stations are among the most watched in Nigeria.
TVC News is our award-winning 24-hour national and international news channel headquartered here in Lagos, broadcasting live from our custom-built state-of-the-art news headquarters.
TVC, the top-rated family entertainment channel, is the place for fun, music and information. With our breakfast show, Wake Up Nigeria, the all-female chat show, Your View, the best soaps and dramas from Nolly, Bali and Hollywood, music and entertainment blast, courtesy E-Splash, and of course, award-winning news and current affairs. It is all here.
With news bureau and studios around the country and the ability to go live anywhere, anytime, we are first for breaking news in Nigeria. Awarded the NMMA TV Station of the Year, TVC News is the station of choice for news that is first, accurate, balanced and reliable every time. TVC and TVC News watched by over 4.5 million people in Nigeria every day on terrestrial, DTH, DTT, OTT, and available to viewers in the UK on Sky TV. Watch all of our world-class programs on TV, online and on our app. TVC and TVC News, the best entertainment and news for Nigeria on TV and online.
And when you can't watch us, listen to us. 102.3 Max FM Lagos and 90.9 Max FM Abuja are now ranked among the most listened to radio stations in Nigeria.
Now, with over 1.5 million listeners every day, we're the people's favorite radio station. Best hit music, best on-air talent. Max 102.3 hit music for Lagos and Max 90.9 hit music for Abuja. We are your home for that fun, entertainment, and hit music.
In Lagos, TVC, our leading family entertainment TV channel, has a 47% market share. But this is just the start of our journey, as we plan to add even more services to entertain and inform our ever-growing audience. Thanks for being part of the TVC communications story.
At TVC Communications, we're all about our audience. Millions of viewers, listeners, and readers every day all around Nigeria.
Our 2 TV stations are among the most watched in Nigeria.
TVC News is our award-winning 24-hour national and international news channel headquartered here in Lagos, broadcasting live from our custom-built state-of-the-art news headquarters.
TVC, the top-rated family entertainment channel, is the place for fun, music and information. With our breakfast show, Wake Up Nigeria, the all-female chat show, Your View, the best soaps and dramas from Nolly, Bali and Hollywood, music and entertainment blast, courtesy E-Splash, and of course, award-winning news and current affairs. It is all here.
With news bureau and studios around the country and the ability to go live anywhere, anytime, we are first for breaking news in Nigeria. Awarded the NMMA TV Station of the Year, TVC News is the station of choice for news that is first, accurate, balanced and reliable every time. TVC and TVC News watched by over 4.5 million people in Nigeria every day on terrestrial, DTH, DTT, OTT, and available to viewers in the UK on Sky TV. Watch all of our world-class programs on TV, online and on our app. TVC and TVC News, the best entertainment and news for Nigeria on TV and online.
And when you can't watch us, listen to us. 102.3 Max FM Lagos and 90.9 Max FM Abuja are now ranked among the most listened to radio stations in Nigeria.
Now, with over 1.5 million listeners every day, we're the people's favorite radio station. Best hit music, best on-air talent. Max 102.3 hit music for Lagos and Max 90.9 hit music for Abuja. We are your home for that fun, entertainment, and hit music.
In Lagos, TVC, our leading family entertainment TV channel, has a 47% market share. But this is just the start of our journey, as we plan to add even more services to entertain and inform our ever-growing audience. Thanks for being part of the TVC communications story.
Thanks for staying with us. The news we took in the papers about the woman who allegedly set her husband ablaze in Osun State is an interesting one, because we've heard of these stories quite a number of times where lovers kill each other because of cheating or infidelity. Now, on the phone with us is the PRO of PRO in Osun State, PRO Yemisi Olapupo. Good morning, madam. Are you there? Opalola. Yes, PRO Yemisi Opalola. Thank you for joining us, madam.
Thank you for having me this morning.
So we took the story in the papers this morning, and it was quite alarming to find out that even the woman who allegedly killed this man had also died. Could you confirm this story for us, please, and tell us exactly what happened from your reports?
We have not been able to establish that.
Okay.
It's a rumor, yes.
Okay.
But we are still looking for her.
Oh.
Even this morning, we have decided to declare her wanted. Because the situation is that the story behind it is that immediately the parent that followed them to the hospital, UCH in Ibadan, where the man later died. Immediately they heard that the man died, they ran away. They were nowhere to be found. Even up to the time I'm talking now, in their house that is at that village where they live, there's nobody there at that house till now. Mm-hmm. Even the Kadiesi, the king of that community, has even set silence on their house. That anybody that is seen around that house they are going to call the police to arrest such person. Till now, we have not seen anybody. We have mounted surveillance here and there to be able to arrest them. At least maybe through them,
right,
we will be able to get the real culprit.
Let's rewind a bit, madam. How did you discover this incident? What happened? Who came to you? Who alerted you? And how did you come about this story?
On that day, I think it was a neighbor. It was a neighbor that came to the police station at Iboku, because the place is under Iboku jurisdiction. The community is under Iboku, that is in Oboku local government area of Osun State. Mm. So the person now came to the police station to report that a woman locked her husband inside and set her ablaze. And set him ablaze. So when the police went there, but before we got to the place, the man has already been burnt to a point that it was so terrible. So the man was taken to the hospital, one hospital in Osogbo, that is called Osogbo Central Hospital. But when the people there knew that they cannot handle the matter, they transferred, they make a referral of that person, the man. The man's name is Bodu Bamidele. The deceased, the victim, is Bodu Bamidele. So they referred him to UCH in Ibadan, where he later died the second day by 4 o'clock on the 18th, because the incident happened on the 17th of this month. And he gave up the ghost. He gave up the ghost on the 18th around 4 p.m. in the evening.
Okay.
And the resident where they live is called Koka. It's a the Koka community in the Boko local government area.
Okay, let me get a few more questions for you, ma. Go ahead.
Ma, has his family members been involved in this in any way? At least you have a name. I'm wondering if they can also assist to get the family members of the girl, considering that they were married.
Yes, the family member of the deceased and the police, we are working together to ensure that we arrest anybody that is close, or to get anybody that is close or that is a family member of that woman. We are working together. Even throughout yesterday, we were still looking we are still looking for them here and there. The DPO and his team were going about, even with the family member of the deceased. I mean, the family member of the man.
Family members cannot confirm. Family members now can't confirm her death or supposed suicide as claimed.
The family member of the deceased did not confirm that.
No, I mean the suspect now.
Yeah, we can't get any member of the family of the suspect.
PRO, let me confirm this because I want to be sure, because the law says everybody is innocent to proving guilty. So the victim himself confessed that it was his wife, or are we going by the testimony of the witnesses who said the wife locked up the husband and burnt him down? The victim, before he passed on, was able to confirm indeed that it was his wife that set the house ablaze?
Yes, it was the junior sister of the wife. The junior sister of the wife, according to the information, the junior sister of the wife was the one that called the parents of the deceased.
Okay.
This junior sister that was living with them.
Oh, we don't have a confession from the victim. Okay.
Yes, that called the family of the victim.
Right. Okay.
That come and see, my sister has set ablaze her husband, and she's running away. She has run away. Please come here quickly. She was the one, the sister, sister.
All right.
Not sister of the woman.
All right.
And they said they got married about 1 year ago.
Thank you very much, PRO. We're going to keep monitoring the story because, as you said, the news out there all over is that she had committed suicide. But you're saying that's just a rumor. That you need to confirm that. So we'll continue to monitor the story. Yeah, that hasn't been established. So we'll continue to monitor the story to know exactly what happened. But we wish you all the best in this investigation. We're just going to break now. When we come back, move on to other topics. Stay with us. We'll be right back.
Stay tuned. Your View will be right back.
Babies cannot speak. All they do is cry whenever they're sick.
How we're doing, guys? Is the makeup in progress? Makeup check. Are the scripts on the prompter? Script check. Are we set in the PCR? All team in place? PCR
check. Clock is ticking, time is racing, lights are. Plans all set. 120 minutes of hot entertainment. We are ready for the mission.
How we're doing, guys? Is the makeup in progress? Makeup
check.
Are the scripts on the prompter? Script
check.
Are we set in the PCR? All team in place? PCR
check. Clock is ticking, time is racing, lights are. Plans all set. 120 minutes of hot entertainment. We are ready for the mission.
Come closer. A little bit more. Perfect. I have exciting news for you. You asked for it and you got it. Your favorite breakfast show, Your View, will be going to 2 hours. We're going to have in-depth analysis of the newspaper review and more conversations on the hot topics. The ladies of Your View and I will be stirring up our guests to get an in-depth into all the various topics, and you, our viewers, will have the opportunity to call in and share your views. After all, it's your view. Join us on Your View, 9 a.m. to 11 a.m. for a fantastic conversation. Don't miss it. Come closer. A little bit more. Perfect. I have exciting news for you. You asked for it and you got it. Your favorite breakfast show, Your View, will be going to 2 hours. We're going to have in-depth analysis of the newspaper review and more conversations on the hot topics. The ladies of Your View and I will be stirring up our guests to get an in-depth into all the various topics, and you, our viewers, will have the opportunity to call in and share your views. After all, it's Your View. Join us on Your View, 9 a.m. to 11 a.m. for a fantastic conversation. Don't miss it. Thanks for staying with us. So before we move on to other stories, let's try to look at this situation a little bit further. Yes, we've heard from the PRO concerning this Osun State matter, but it brings back again the conversation concerning infidelity. I think YK has said those things, crime of passion. You never know what you're going to do until you find yourself in that situation. We don't know the backstory. We don't know the sacrifices she's made to even maybe she was part of what got him to Cairo. You don't know what sacrifices she has done to feel that she was totally, completely betrayed. Now, that's us assuming that she's the one that did this. That I mean, as I was saying during the break, that we've watched too many crime movies in Hollywood to know that there could be anybody. Because if you ask me as an investigator, if I was an investigator, I would say that the girl that made the call might also be, she's a suspect.
Everybody will be questioned.
Everybody will be questioned, because for you to even make that call to the police, to your sister, are you a suspect? Did you have feelings for this man in the first place? Did you try to kill him? Did you do something to your sister? I would also arrest you. So there are so many angles to this story we don't even know yet, but we'll let the police do their work. But the truth is, crime of passion, that's what it's looking like right now. What are your thoughts on this? What is that thing? Should we begin to re-educate people? No matter what happens, you need to be able to hold yourself. How do you employ emotional intelligence in times like this? What do you think? How do you control yourself?
Crime of passion in Nigeria. Don't go.
Okay, crime. Okay, now
there's
French people.
There's no such thing.
Okay. Please tell us.
Somebody you murder for life. Okay. In the list, if they not hang you, I don't get it. I don't get it. Let all the experts talk about all this emotional intelligence, but if you not work, go. Life no end.
But if you sacrifice a lot and you invested a lot, because for you to...
Your mother sacrificed a lot, you left her to marry somebody else. Exactly. What kind of sacrifice can you sacrifice for somebody that is not enough for you to walk away from? So I don't get it.
The problem I see is we put our happiness in the lives of, like, we hand over our happiness. We hand over what makes us feel good about ourselves to somebody else. So within another person's control. So you're doing what you're doing because of what you are expecting from this person. And when that expectation does not happen, some of us have not learned the art of accepting it and moving on. We want to know, for what? Do you know what I've labored? Do you know what I've suffered? When we give people so much power over our lives, it doesn't work well for us, because that means everything that we go through, every emotion that we go through, every pain, every happiness, every joy we go through is dependent on that person's action. That is giving that person too much power over you. But the education now is that we begin to understand that if we're in a loving relationship, I will love you. And if it goes anyhow, I will adjust myself, work on myself, and I would move on. I will release you. I will allow you go free. True love is setting free, not even holding back, because that thing that you feel is good for you today may not even be good for you in the future.
That way, today, as if you're not giving your whole. Because when you enter a relationship, people expect you to leave everything and you come to this person.
Please, may I quickly finish this? It's not about not giving you are giving your all. But it's safe for you to give that all because you want to, not because of what you think you would get back. What we do is we give it because we expect to get it back. When it doesn't come the way we expect, then we get in trouble. But if you give it, I'm loving you. I feel like loving you, and I'm feeling it in my bones, in my spirit. I want to love you. I'm giving you my all. Whatever happens, it's okay. Then it's better for us.
I mean, really important, to know these sides. You should know, for the legal angle, that there's no crime of passion in Nigeria. If you commit a murder, you're gone. And then it's good to also educate people on how to make happiness about yourself, that you create your own happiness. But the truth is, I was looking at their pictures, they're very young. the pictures of this couple. And I know how it is for young love. They said they're married 1 year. With women, they go into this is her Prince Charming, with all this expectation of Prince Charming to come and solve all her life's problems. For people who have been in marriages longer, will tell you that after a while, the scale starts dropping off your eyes. You're now realizing, he's not all that. Yeah. But okay, then you start getting to the point, you'll be annoyed about the weaknesses, then you start reaching a point where, okay, you now appreciate the strengths, and then you try and compromise, you know. So that is a journey and a process through marriage. But unfortunately, she's truncated her own in the first year of marriage, the process of getting to understand that a man is not completely there. But also when you find yourself in a union like this, and they've done something so bad to you, and you cannot handle it, please just walk out of that environment and go and meet someone and just be away from there. Because yes, emotions can get the best of us, anger can get the best of us, and then we'll do something we'll regret for the rest of our lives. And her is that she allowed her emotions to get the best of her, and now it's either she's committed suicide or, you know, she's on the run forever. And it's important to that's why people will say to you, wait until you're a bit older, a bit more mature. Some of these things, when some of life's issues, when they hit you when you're a bit older, there's a maturity that helps you maybe hold yourself a little bit. And if you cannot, just take yourself away from that situation in the heat of your emotions, so you don't do anything when you're angry.
Okay, so that's an angle. My own angle, because I'm an investigator morale today, you know, because as I said, we watch a lot of crime investigations, and the words the police choose to use, or the words the reporters choose to use, carries a lot of weight, because that's how the crime is relayed to the people. So yes, we have a man who's burnt, right? We have a building that's been burnt. We have a wife on the run. So there are ways you couch that. Allegedly on the run. There are ways to couch it. So we have, the crime is somebody has been burnt, and unfortunately he has died. The house is burnt. We have suspects that we're looking for. Now, because the story, the way it's been put out now, we've already judged her that this woman is the one that killed her husband. There's a possibility that any other person could have done it, but we don't know, because the way the reportage has come out, and the way the police has replied, you're already assuming. So this goes back to the Nigerian factor.
Not really.
In this situation, how we are so quick to. I'm just saying, we are so quick to judging something we have very little knowledge about. But we are judges. We have judged.
I want to play investigator here. So God forbid that's a 1-year-old marriage situation, and husband is on fire or house is on fire. Is your first Africa? You know, I'm not going to be NLP.
Yeah, this is not investigator.
Your first reaction should not be to travel. Did you travel? Did she travel?
But we don't know if she has run away.
No, we wait now. Did she travel? She lost that we don't know.
Probably.
She could have traveled. She could have traveled. We don't know.
And she did not do help. She did not do that.
No, you don't know that.
What is it that the husband was taken to a hospital and referred to a teaching hospital, and she did not show. Okay, so she has run away and she knows something.
Okay. So the investigation. Let me just add to her own. Abductions have been known to happen. They would have abducted her to make it look like her, and then after a while we'll find her body. But let me tell you, even in the abroad that they do it, there is a process. They start from where they suspect everybody, and the first person they suspect is the wife.
It's a phone call herself.
You know, so this is the state that we're at. But we are human beings, and our own is just to judge. That's what we are meant to do. And when we judge, our judge does not hold anything. Our judgment today or tomorrow, but it will end up in court and proper investigation. So I feel that this is the right way. First of all, you ask all those around the family, and then eventually when everybody's able to account for where they were and their alibis and blah, 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 then you move on to the next stage.
So if they were able to get a confession before he finally died. Because sometimes when somebody is in that kind of situation, it's difficult. They may not have had access to him.
No, they may have. But the police also, I'm hoping that the police is not going to tell us everything. If there's another suspect on the road, they may not want to give us that information and tip off the suspect.
The painful thing is that, you know, somebody called for help and they met the husband alone in that situation. You know, we're taking a story in the paper where a young returnee from Scotland, Yes, Scotland. I think she was a top shot somewhere in Scotland. She returned here with her brother, and they were burnt in the house by her husband. It's becoming like a style thing, you know. And the husband too left the house and went to court that there's fire in the house, but the fire that burned the whole house, not burned him. He was arrested and later confessed to that crime. So, the way I see it, I just think that when you're in a relationship, come with a mindset that, you know, there are good times, there are bad times.
Yes.
You know, and prepare for bad times.
Yes.
Bad times could be that you wake up one morning,
You know, I think
somebody is
I've
pregnant.
shared that story before. Somebody was telling me when I was getting married, and they said, think of all the things that your husband can do, and start beginning to think of the worst things, the deal breakers. Everything else on that list, the only one that I cannot forgive is incest. But everything from start to finish, write it out. I mean, this is what the answer told me. Write everything out. The only one that I cannot enter this is incest.
Okay, you were even asked to forgive. So what I did,
they said begin to forgive your husband from now, even before you enter the marriage. Even before you even, start thinking about it. Process your worst case scenario. Begin to think about it and prepare your mind emotionally to say, okay, this happens, this is how I'm going to handle it. So your mind is mentally prepared for the worst case scenario. Hopefully it doesn't happen.
How you handle it should involve a complex thinking. So this is the situation. What I didn't even have someone to talk to me. I just wrote down, because I didn't cut, that if this and this were to happen, I'll let this go. But this that I will not let go, I'll walk out.
Yes.
I told myself clearly. You see that divorce door, I left it open. Whenever this and this happen, this I can deal with. If I get this and maybe with time I'll deal with it. But
so
the things I cannot deal with, the option is
let me go on a quick break. When we come back, we wrap up on this conversation. Stay with us. Right back.
Fresh.
Stay tuned. Your view.
At TVC Communications, we're all about our audience. Millions of viewers, listeners, and readers every day all around Nigeria.
Our 2 TV stations are among the most watched in Nigeria.
TVC News is our award-winning 24-hour national and international news channel headquartered here in Lagos, broadcasting live from our custom-built state-of-the-art news headquarters.
TVC, the top-rated family entertainment channel, is the place for fun, music, and information. With our breakfast show, Wake Up Nigeria, the all-female chat show, Your View, the best soaps and dramas from Nolly, Bolly, and Hollywood, music and entertainment blast, courtesy E-Flash, and of course, award-winning news and current affairs. It is all here.
With news bureau and studios around the country and the ability to go live anywhere, anytime, we are first for breaking news in Nigeria. Awarded the NMMA TV Station of the Year, TVC News is the station of choice for news that is first, accurate, balanced, and reliable every time. TVC and TVC News watched by over 4.5 million people in Nigeria every day on terrestrial, DTH, DTT, OTT, and available to viewers in the UK on Sky TV. Watch all of our world-class programs on TV, online, and on our app. TVC and TVC News, the best entertainment and news for Nigeria on TV and online.
And when you can't watch us, listen to us. 102.3 Max FM Lagos and 90.9 Max FM Abuja are now ranked among the most listened to radio stations in Nigeria.
Now, with over 1.5 million listeners every day, we're the people's favorite radio station. Best hit music, best on-air talent. Max 102.3 hit music for Lagos and Max 90.9 hit music for Abuja. We are your home for that fun, entertainment, and hit music.
In Lagos, TVC, our leading family entertainment TV channel, has a 47% market share. But this is just the start of our journey, as we plan to add even more services to entertain and inform our ever-growing audience. Thanks for being part of the TVC communications story.
At TVC Communications, we're all about our audience. Millions of viewers, listeners, and readers every day all around Nigeria.
Our 2 TV stations are among the most watched in Nigeria.
TVC News is our award-winning 24-hour national and international news channel headquartered here in Lagos, broadcasting live from our custom-built state-of-the-art news headquarters.
TVC, the top-rated family entertainment channel, is the place for fun, music, and information. With our breakfast show, Wake Up Nigeria, the all-female chat show, Your View, the best soaps and dramas from Nolly, Bolly, and Hollywood, music and entertainment blast, courtesy eSplash, and of course, award-winning news and current affairs. It is all here.
With news bureau and studios around the country and the ability to go live anywhere, anytime, we are first for breaking news in Nigeria. Awarded the NMMA TV Station of the Year, TVC News is the station of choice for news that is first, accurate, balanced, and reliable every time. TVC and TVC News.
Thanks for staying with us. So the crime that happened in Osun State is raising a lot of questions, especially concerning infidelity and young marriages, young people getting involved in marriage, and within a year we're having situations where they're killing each other. So it's just a conversation surrounding how do we equip ourselves and how do we educate others to understand how to go through these stages in life, because every marriage is a stage.
Come out sane.
There's they tell you first 5 years or so, then the next, then the 10 years, and then after that time you should be settled. But let's come to the point of how do you prepare your mind for the worst case scenarios in marriage?
I don't prepare my mind for the worst case scenarios. I don't expect to have the worst case scenarios. I just expect to have life. And life can go either positive or negative. And even what we call negative is subject to our definition. At the time it's hurting, is negative. But when you count it backwards, in hindsight, you realize that you may have just dodged the bullets. God may have just wanted to give you something better and bigger. But as it's happening, it's painful. And as human beings, you would experience that pain. But it was when I started working with people that I realized that a lot of us did not learn how to resolve conflicts. A lot of us don't know what to do when something painful happens to us. And that's because most of our parents did not take their time to groom us to understand that you must have disagreements, and having disagreements is healthy in any relationship, whether it's the colleague here, is the husband and wife here, and people will do things that you don't like. You know, we were raised to have our own laws in our mind and then expect every other person to obey those laws. And when they don't obey our own personal laws, we judge them, we hate them, we resent them, we fight them. Everything must work the way we have pictured it in our head. But that's not life. We are going to meet people from different strata of life with their own different laws. Imagine if I expect Miriam to act like me and she expects me to act like her all the time. We will fight. We must fight because our perspectives are different. Our experiences are different. And when you're getting into a relationship, you should go with that mindset. You are coming from a totally different background. They have been, they have raised that young man. Maybe he married at 30 or even at 20-something. All his life, he has seen a pattern. His parents, his siblings, his family members, they have a pattern. You have a different pattern. You're coming together, you must clash. But because we have not been equipped, we don't equip our children with how to talk about things, not take things too personal, and only sacrifice what you really want to sacrifice. When I was getting into marriage, I told myself, if I don't feel like doing it, I will not do it. Because if I do it because I want to please, I want them to like BC, I'll now go the extra mile, I will do this, I'll do that. If tomorrow he breaks my heart, I'm lamenting because I did some things because of what I expected to get, not because I really wanted to do it. When you really want to do something and you do it, however it goes, you will just pack up your bag and say, well, it didn't work out for me like that, and move on. But we need to learn how to resolve conflict because we'll have it. And this also comes from a place of not being able to handle our emotions in such a way that a lot of us are very angry people. Especially in this country, we are really angry people. And we have not understood that it's not the situation that makes us angry. It's the way we are processing the energy in us. Because somebody could have been cheated on and did not decide to burn the husband. You two of you went through the same process, but you went to burn your own, and the other person just packed her bags and left.
All right, let me come to you, Mariam, because people react different ways. People have different exposures. You know, people are raised differently. What worked for me may not work for you. So I was given that opportunity to think of the worst case, but unfortunately that can't happen today because the worst case scenario, you using your wife as a ritual for a ritual. There's different things. The scenarios are different. So you can't tell somebody think of the worst case because they don't know what the worst case scenario will be in future. So you cannot use that same model. So how can you find a balance to help to equip a young person on knowing what to do in this kind of situations?
Yes, it's good that you also mentioned that list that you make of the worst case scenario. And if someone were to prepare their minds, you know, how they would react when the things on the list happen, do we prepare them for what is not on the list? You know, so
exactly.
So it's important that I like where BC comes from, where it's important that we understand how to resolve conflict. We also need to understand that we need to be kind and to love ourselves enough to take ourselves out of a toxic relationship. Your question is how do we teach people, or you know, how to handle things when things happen? It's just there's not much we can say apart from what we've always said. You just take yourself out. You tell people different stories over and over again, and then you hope that they listen. I know sometimes it seems like it's easier to say, oh, you have all these expectations, but the truth is that when people go into marriage, the reason why people take the time to pick a partner is because they understand that they have strengths and they have weaknesses, and they're looking for someone that can complement them. They are also hoping that this marriage is a union of friends. That's, you know, there's friendship in it, there's love, there's mutual respect. And so I can understand how someone finds themselves in a union where they're saying, okay, I finally met this person after taking my time that has maybe the same values as I do and is willing to be mutually, you know, respectful. And then the person does everything against, you know, what you have set down. But the only thing I can say to someone like that is just move out. And this is not just for women, even for men. Because we know that men suffer abuse. We have seen in his own case where he has passed on. I know we want to put investigative care on what may have provoked it, but men also suffer abuse. And it's sad in their cases because most times men don't speak up when they are going through their abuse. So we also need to teach men to be confident enough, to love themselves enough, not to be swayed by what people will say that, oh, a woman did this to you. And take a walk to save your sanity and take yourself out of a toxic situation.
Let me take this call, take a few comments on social media, then we wrap up on this. Good morning, Solomon. Are you there? From Berger.
Good morning.
You're live. Go ahead, please.
Yes, how's everybody doing? How's everybody night?
Fine.
Okay, about this marriage issue that happened, the case that happened in Osun State.
Yes.
The main issue about this is everybody has different opinion on how to handle situation.
Go ahead, Solomon.
To my own opinion to this issue, the main aspect that the husband does not stay in Nigeria yet. He stays in Cairo. And to what I know about this man was that the wife knew earlier that the man has a baby on. Then she continued with the marriage. And before the situation of burning the house and the husband.
Solomon, okay, we're having trouble listening, but you're still trying to give us the establish what happened. Go ahead.
Okay, so Eddie Jinx says she's the #1 person of interest. There was motive. There's an Instagram post of a premeditated murder from her, but we can't rule out thorough investigation. Let this not be a case of how to get away with murder. Bekiz Morenike says, lying Sharon, she must be insane or possessed, or both even. No matter what happened, take a walk if you can't cope. You can't go around setting a human being ablaze because your relationship went sour, not be by force now. So for me, this is what bothers me. If you had a fight with someone and all you can think of is, I would kill you, I would set you ablaze, I would murder you, you know. And even let's just even assume that he came and said, okay, I had a secret marriage before I married you, and I have 4 children, and I want to go back to my first wife. Is it fire that will get you justice? I don't get it. I don't understand it. Is it that the least informed person knows that the consequence for that kind of reaction is possible murder? You must have that foresight to think that if I put someone on fire, he might not make it. If I send him in, and if he dies, I might just die as well. At least that's a common sense thinking.
But you're not thinking rationally.
Exactly. Why will you not be rational? If you're not a rational person, why are you in a relationship?
No, it happens.
Okay. Wait, you see this thing? It's movie.
No, it's not movie.
Because we think that when we are in love, is the way it's used to do in giz in the movies. That's how it has to be in real life.
In real life at all.
That's not how it happens in real life.
All.
In real life, you might still even cook food for the person that is provoking you in the marriage.
Now
and you do food for his children, and you people will eat and you will sleep and you wake up and you are still upset.
Heaven will not fall.
Yes, heaven will not fall. Okay. And you show up at a family event and the person that is married to you is annoying, is provoking you, and you smile at the family and you greet all your in-laws and you'll be happy. And you go
remember
and you still be upset.
Okay. Please, point just I'll come to you, Mara. Let me take Ijoma first. Ijoma is holding, calm down. Ijoma, are you there?
I have to kill him.
Why is looking shocked like this girl serious?
You're live, Ijoma. Go ahead, please.
Good morning.
Good morning.
Good morning to everyone.
Can hardly hear Ijoma.
Volume.
Ijoma, please speak up. Hello, Ijoma.
Can you hear me? Hello. I said I'm the first time caller.
I signed up to the show. Was still
welcome.
Struggling.
Okay, so I've been trying for years to join your show. So it's nice to be here. I just wanted to contribute to the topic for today.
Yes.
In regards to infidelity, I mean, it shouldn't get to the point where people don't respect other people's lives. You should be able to respect people's opinion.
Jama.
So sorry.
Oh, upon lines.
Wait,
calm down.
I want to quickly complete this. Remember when we were growing up, when you watch movie and husband and wife are fighting, somebody will just be screaming inside the movie as if you realize that's how you just scream.
Yeah.
Okay.
That's right. No problem. I understand where they're coming from, and it's good. We need to teach people how to handle things. So it's coming from a place of love, but it's not coming from a place of reality.
No,
it's what you're saying. You're not coming from a place of reality, because there are many people who will tell you today that they found themselves in situations just because of anger, and when the haze of the anger cleared, they regretted, and they could not for themselves understand why they could not bring, logic and sanity and rationality at the point that they did. Everybody knows that there's that thing that happens when you allow your emotions just cloud you. It's emotions clouding.
Short-time madness.
Emotions clouding your reasoning is a phrase.
Something that happens
because it happens.
Yes.
So I understand where you're coming from, but this is the truth. And there are two ways to handle this. We start talking to our children. We start talking to each other about how to resolve issues. When you find yourself in a situation where you can't handle, you walk away. We talk to those who are going on for marriage counseling, even for friendships, because there are some people who have destroyed lifelong friendships just because they were just so angry and they said horrible things to a fellow friend. I'm talking girlfriends and boyfriends. I'm not even talking marriage. It happens. Absolutely. We need to teach people how to speak, how to express themselves respectfully when they find themselves in a toxic situation. We need to talk about
this issue that
you and I have examples of that. Let me go and break down.
Thank you. They are different.
Two separate things.
Come back, we'll be right back. Hold on, please, just a minute.
Stay tuned. Your View will be right back.
At TVC Communications, we're all about our audience. Millions of viewers, listeners, and readers every day all around Nigeria.
Our 2 TV stations are among the most watched in Nigeria.
TVC News is our award-winning 24-hour national and international news channel headquartered here in Lagos, broadcasting live from our custom-built state-of-the-art news headquarters.
TVC, the top-rated family entertainment channel, is the place for fun, music, and information. With our breakfast show, Wake Up Nigeria, the all-female chat show, Your View, the best soaps and dramas from Nolly, Bali, and Hollywood, music and entertainment blast, courtesy E-Splash, and of course, award-winning news and current affairs. It is all here.
With news bureau and studios around the country and the ability to go live anywhere, anytime, we are first for breaking news in Nigeria. Awarded the NMMA TV Station of the Year, TVC News is the station of choice for news that is first, accurate, balanced, and reliable every time. TVC and TVC News watched by over 4.5 million people in Nigeria every day on terrestrial, DTH, DTT, OTT, and available to viewers in the UK on Sky TV. Watch all of our world-class programs on TV, online, and on our app. TVC and TVC News, the best entertainment and news for Nigeria on TV and online.
And when you can't watch us, listen to us. 102.3 Max FM Lagos and 90.9 Max FM Abuja are now ranked among the most listened to radio stations in Nigeria.
Now, with over 1.5 million listeners every day, we're the people's favorite radio station. Best hit music, best on-air talent. Max 102.3 hit music for Lagos and Max 90.9 hit music for Abuja. We are your home for that fun, entertainment, and hit music.
In Lagos, TVC, our leading family entertainment TV channel, has a 47% market share. But this is just the start of our journey as we plan to add even more services to entertain and inform our ever-growing audience. Thanks for being part of the TVC communication story.
Dozen in the cat shows the conation of raw earthen material slabbed, stroked, and molded at a pace provided by the doubt and fear. Every move way in the struggle of one to the other, merging the past to the present, brushstrokes of colors seen but not known. For when the wailing stops, the pieces settle down in abject beauty, erected for a century of a century. Speaking, advocating, protesting as the arts are meant to be.
Come closer. A little bit more. Perfect. I have exciting news for you. You asked for it and you got it. Your favorite breakfast show, Your View, will be going to 2 hours. We're going to have in-depth. Thanks for staying with us. We're still discussing this issue of anger management, especially in marriage. And I think you said how, this goes back to how we raise our children. You're going to add to this.
Yes, I wanted to say that there is no one standard reality for everybody.
Yeah.
We all have our different realities. The way something will happen and you decide to walk away is the way something will happen and another person decides to handle it straight on. And another person decides to fight it out with the fist. Another person decides to drag the matter for a very long time. Another person decides to sit down and plot revenge for years. Only one little thing. It just depends on how we have been brought up. The environment that has nurtured us. And that is why when you see people who are not able to handle their emotions, people who are easily irritated, they get angry, they burst out, they lash out, we don't call them normal. Those are the people that need help. Because the truth is, for you to react in such a way for something that has happened means that you are dealing with some internal issues that we need to look in. But we are not that aware to begin to handle it. I remember there was a time I had this stepmother who my father would annoy. And I'll come back from school. The whole house, she has destroyed it. She has broken TV. She has broken chair. She has, as in her anger, when that anger comes, we knew she was not normal. Not normal human being, no matter what the person has done to you. Worst case scenario, carry your bag and go. So after breaking all those things, you now come back and go and cook. That's madness. But we need to start calling it out for what it is. And start teaching, like she mentioned, our children restraint. No matter the emotion, you have control. You can instill that control over emotions. Do you know one of the reasons I don't, most times, when I remember, I don't react when I am upset. Like I don't speak when I'm really upset. I keep quiet when I'm really upset. You know why? Because I don't want to be in a situation where I cannot control what I say. And words are like eggs. Once you break it, you can't take it back. So because I got to that point of awareness where I can keep quiet and bottle it in till we are ready to have a conversation. Everybody needs to take responsibility for how they decide to show their madness in the public. Anger is different from plotting to kill somebody. They are two different evils.
But this doesn't look like a plot. It looks like something that just happened.
The same thing. But pour kerosene. He pour fuel.
You open gas.
He pour kerosene, pour fuel.
No, by the time you were carrying
you never calm down.
You never stick up. You light her.
You never
the house they burn. You know that me mistake.
Let me take this cup of Ayo.
It's premeditated.
Ayo, are you there from the UK? Good morning. Thanks for calling. Hello. I think our phone lines have issues today. Hello, Ayo, are you there?
I wish they didn't.
You know, I've always shared this story. I'll come to you, Nima. I've always shared this story how both of my husband and I were different. You know, in my own house, growing up, you could almost hear a pin drop, like there was quietness.
Calm.
When my mom comes home, she just takes her dinner, goes upstairs. If my dad is angry with you, he calls you into the room, you have a conversation, he's asking you questions. So what do you think while you're doing that? Well, you know, you're discussing it.
Yes.
And at the end of the day, you now have a reason why you did it and why you shouldn't do it.
Yeah.
My husband came up with a totally different scenario. Because, I mean, the way he talks and shouts, I'm like, calm down. Because the kids are here, seeing the man, every small thing, he's shouting. He even knows to greet each other. How you doing? How's today? What did you say?
He has so much energy.
Like, he's constantly, I'm like, must you shout? Like, so I have that conflict. Now, a child gets angry, and she's exerting anger, hitting her brother, hitting, and I'm thinking, you don't have to hit. What exactly did he do to deserve to be hit? But they see that. So as we're raising our children on how to be emotionally strong in times when people provoke you, how do you bring those two together, Madam Therapist? How do you raise children in a home where they see, we can talk about this, you don't have to make noise about it?
In fact, we cannot say we don't see those happen. I have 2 children.
Yeah.
Yesterday, my neighbor's son was stoning my chicken on her eggs. I ran downstairs to scare the
Stoning
child.
the chicken
on her eggs. The chicken is actually laying eggs already. And so he will go into the cage and stone the chicken. I ran downstairs to go and scare the boy. My son saw me coming and held me. But my daughter pushed me. Catch him. So you see two children of the same parents differently. So I'm looking at my daughter saying, I've told her this holiday she's 2 weeks camping at an emotional intelligence training with Brainy Educate. I don't care what is happening. Because I see this as a defense. This is how she was made. But I want her to be able to control it. I don't want to take it away. So she has to go there. But the boy that is even timid himself, he has to go and learn taekwondo. Because, you know, we're trying to balance things.
Yes, true.
So there are 2 different things. When a person angers you, you abuse me, I will not agree. What can she get? You do that. And that's it. That's anger. Or you talk fast, you do. But when you say, you carry cup, I will show you. And you're still angry more than an hour. Or a fleeting moment. 2 days, you're still angry. You are now cooking the idea. When you come back, I will fire him. to kill somebody.
No. I disagree with you.
See, when you're angry and you take a cup, what you did not premeditate is how dare you, and you throw something immediately. So by the time you cook fire, you cook fire. Let it brew. You did not use. It was not candle that started the fire. That you know. I'm saying
they put kerosene.
They say they use kerosene. I'm saying that candle that start fire did not fall on the paper and burn cotton. Let me tell you, as in you were not in that fire. You cook it. You pour something, brew the fire, and you watch it, and you know there's a living thing inside.
Let me take this call from Ibrahim. Are you there? Thanks for calling.
This one, my wickedness.
You're live. Go ahead, please, Ibrahim from Ilorin.
Yeah. So basically, on this issue, it's really sad that a lady could, that a human being could do this to their partner. I believe there are certain things that the person that she would have done that wouldn't have led to this. For instance, like they would have understood each other long before they even got married. Let the husband know the kind of things she likes, the kind of things she doesn't like. Another thing is that when he told her this, or when she found out, go outside and talk to reasonable people about it. Don't just talk to any riffraff, talk to reasonable people who will reason with you about it. Another thing is that you would have talked to him as well. How do you iron this thing out? And just kindly walk away from the issue if you cannot take it anymore.
Right.
If not, if it's something that you guys can compare, because look at this popular actor, this evil actor that had another lady, and he had children she had a son for him. Only God knows how he's handling that situation. And the wife didn't react the way this one is reacting. So I believe everybody needs to be matured. And I really enjoy the way your people have
Thank you very much, Ibrahim. So let's go, Mariam.
Yes, I was just going to make an example. I understand where they are coming from. There's outbursts. And for me, if we're in court, and we're trying to argue the case, they would want to determine if this was an outburst or a crime of passion. That's Oyinbo land. But so for me, I would think this is an outburst. Just turn the lights on or fire, and then it goes off. I've seen places, we've watched of women who have poisoned their husbands over months.
Yeah.
That's not anger now.
That's what I'm saying. So that's what I'm trying to explain to you. There's a difference. So I'm saying that that's not what I'm saying. I'm saying that this woman's behavior comes across as an outburst to me.
No. If you follow the story.
Now let me finish my own. I'm not talking. Thank you very much. You have said yours. And I have seen cases where people take time and sit down and deliberate on how they are going to do it and cause all sorts of distractions so that you don't see it. There's a difference, and we have people like that. Even amongst friends, you have someone who you have a disagreement. One tells you immediately, I don't like the way that you behave to me, in a respectful tone, blah, blah, blah. And the other person goes, it's fine. But everything she does from that day on will be to find ways to sabotage you, to make sure everything falls apart for you. So yes, there are two different things. But in the end, especially concerning this conversation, we just need to do better with anger management and learn to leave toxic situations. And that's why you cannot call out people who live toxic marriages and be calling them all sorts of names. Because you cannot on the one hand say to them, leave a bad relationship, and then when they do, you call them names for doing that.
I have a dictionary something here. Mariam is the Efiko in our midst. Outburst means a sudden release of strong emotion, a sudden occurrence of a particular activity. The word here to highlight is sudden. When we read this story, they had this issue for weeks. Hold on. We're trying to buttress our point that this is premeditated. So we have this weeks that hold on. So they had weeks when she found out, and the sister was trying to solve the matter, calling neighbors, calling family members to come and intervene in the matter. The anger had started brewing from when she found out. It took her weeks to carry out this act. There's nothing sudden about this. I'm just telling you, based on the facts that based on the facts before us from that side. Thank you. Based on the evidence presented before us on this table.
Because
let me add. Okay, go ahead.
Because it's important. We have to wrap up on this. But I think, in a nutshell, we're all right in different ways. This is still investigation is ongoing. But what we're trying to talk about is anger management.
Yes, how to control.
We're talking about deal breakers. What are your deal breakers? Know your deal breakers. I know and prepare for them. Worst case scenario. I mean, but also be emotionally strong. Let's raise our children to be emotionally strong, because they'll be faced with different things in life. They must be able to say, walk away, don't have any, even if you have a sudden outburst, not to the point where you kill somebody. So no matter how you do murder can be premeditated.
Yeah.
So you don't.
Mariah, the scripture says, be angry and do not sin.
Yes.
There's a difference.
Yes,
now from sin. This one is sin.
So we continue to hope that these people will learn from these experiences. Up next, the Delta State High Court, sitting in Warri, presided over by Justice Vera Agboje, has ordered Nigeria's former Minister of State for Education, Barrister Kenneth Baji, and his hotel, Signatures Hotel and Suites, to pay the sum of 1 million naira to his ex-staff, Mr. Victor Ephraim, as a compensation for violating his human rights. If you recall, back in 2020, we took the story in September 18th. Barrister Kenneth Baji used armed mobile policemen attached to him to forcibly strip naked 4 of his ex-staff. The former minister also had accused them of failing to remit money paid by the hotel guests. We took the story because I think it was on record, and these people were stripped naked. And we thought it was dehumanizing, and it was contradicting them conveying their human rights. So this case has been taken to court, and we have a judgment. And the compensation of 1 million naira is going viral on social media, because people are saying, is this enough? Is this a compensation indeed? Does this deter other ogas at offices, even madams who have helps at home, who are dehumanizing helps, dehumanizing drivers, dehumanizing people working for you? Does this deter them by giving a 1 million compensation? Is this right? Or do you think it was based on what was presented? Let's hear your views on this. You can call us on 08127053687, 09139076948. You can also tweet to us at TVC Connect. Please hashtag YourViewTVC so we can read your tweets. Madam Lawyer, let me start with you. Your people
have done it again.
They have awarded 1 million naira to this former Minister of State. Do you think that was appropriate?
I think, as justice said, justice was served. I think that if we read the details of it, they probably would have awarded cost against the senator, former minister, and also awarded what the court considered. Because number one, in cases of civil matters like this, you want to compensate, and also you want to sort of subtly punish the perpetrator. So the court will check what the damage level is like. If, for instance, the staff is a popular brand ambassador of a brand, and then he lost about 10 million naira deal due to that, the court will not say that is not enough. But if what they brought before the court is an abuse of his human right, and the court is saying, okay, for this purpose, this is what the court has weighed, it's not always exactly adequate. It just has it's sufficient. It can be
so because he's a nobody.
No.
Because he's a nobody, that
is not a
1 million
nobody.
is okay.
So what cost was that damage? So what? No, it's not about nobody.
Let me be clear.
Okay.
So, for example, if I'm a major media
cost?
influencer, and that what you did has damaged me, I lost 10 million naira.
Let's
so
say,
the court to compensate me
what's
something close to what
the
I've
biggest
lost.
brand? Let's say a phone brand, for instance, endorsed you, and then he putting you in such demeaning posts, they disassociated from you. No, that won't be appropriate. Let me use the case of false accusation. That that somebody planted something, and
or even said something about it.
Said something damaging enough for everybody to disassociate from you. The court will award what that time that you were off the radar, what it will cost you.
I agree.
And your lawyers would have to show the court what that would cost you. So if your lawyers were only able to establish that it's fundamental human right, it's a human being, my
so
lord.
My question
focus on the human being.
So human rights is not weighty enough.
I'm not saying
to get a. No, I'm not accusing you. I'm trying to understand this legal terms. Help me understand.
It doesn't have weight in this current economy.
In this situation, what I'm saying is that somebody's human rights doesn't carry enough weight in our laws in our laws books to ensure that because you violated my human rights alone, I can lose 100 million naira. Just because am I that sacred to the Nigerian Constitution? Am I that sacred to the law books that protects my own me as a person? Enough to say I will compensate you because your human rights was violated and you get 100 million naira.
I understand what you're saying, but I also get what she's saying.
But
which does not come. Okay.
What's the value of £1 million naira to you? Or what do you think the court is looking at? Exchange rates?
No. It's just looking. I agree with Mariah. The way you explained it, I agree with Mariah. It makes it look like if you are a wheelbarrow pusher, the amount that the court thinks is 1 million. But God help you if you are the governor's daughter, if you are social media influencer, the kind of money you will get. And the way you explained it, that's how it comes across. But for me, that is on one side, the compensation. But he needs to be punished now. Why are we? No. It's not criminal punishment. Wow. Please, why are we not looking at this community service? Let this man sweep the streets. He will send a message because we have given him a fine that he could have paid eyes closed. But if he wears an orange jumpsuit or a purple one, lime green one, and he's on the streets sweeping, we will send a powerful message. So that's my own. We need to be able to make sure that people don't think it's so easy for them to get away with things.
So the issue was a missing 5,000 naira.
Yes.
Compared to £1 million, that's something. Then it's not about. It's not about the 5,000.
They're not naked them.
I didn't say
they naked them and put them on social media.
When I talked about the damage, I didn't mean status. I didn't mean class and all of that. I didn't say that. I said the cost of that damage. What's that abuse cost you in terms of your livelihood?
The status of your livelihood.
And they give the governor because okay, for this abuse that they suffer you, go and take 10 naira. You say it's because it's good.
Let us see it first. The day I see it, I will come and just kneel down for it. Let me see.
Wait, I'm not saying I don't trust you. I'm saying that does the system believe?
You are saying it's not adequate.
Does the system
believe in the human being they are fighting for?
It believes I am sacred enough to compensate me adequately? Because yes, you might think somebody's earning 5,000 naira a month, so giving you 1 million naira, you just made a stay. Not necessarily.
And you know, if you have even said it comes from the point of they've looked at the man and think this is what he can afford. So if like a regular person does something wrong, they'll look at what he has earned and okay, given that a percentage of what he has earned, he will pay as fine. Do you understand? I can understand that, but to look at the person, that the victim, and say what you would have lost, what you would have lost is not up to 1 million. So that million should be grateful for it.
Let me come to you. This gentleman, this former minister, Mr. Kenneth Baji, is now the SDP governorship candidate in Delta State. He's running for office.
If any know me.
So is that why they gave him just $1 million? Is that why the fine is just 1 million? Because they don't want to tarnish his image too much. Because you have said someone like that should be giving community service. Either you're sweeping the floors
or you're a criminal matter.
Community service not always about. Sorry, let me just add one before I forget. Naomi Campbell, well-known top supermodel, was talking to her sister and she threw a phone at her. She did community service. She swept the streets of New York for that thing that she did. And was not about whether it was a criminal case. The thing is, we must send a message. And till tomorrow, sometimes she sits for interviews and people keep referring to that. This SDP candidate, if they refer to him sweeping, will he like it?
Yes, so permit me to say this, but this is my own view. Before Nima will throw me stone. I still believe that our justice system still considers certain things, especially when it comes to class. We're still very class conscious. And that is why a man like that person will dehumanize his workers because he feels they are nothing. I can do anything and get away with it. Now they've given him a fine that does not take anything out of him in the name of justice. And this is one of the reasons why people say, are you sure we should wait for this justice system? Because it does not make us feel like we have been heard. It does not make us feel like the country is happy to have us as human beings. Is it not easy to just do it our own way and get away with it? And we have been appealing that we need to begin to trust this justice system. But the justice system needs to do more. And I know that they work based on the evidence presented to them and all that, but they need to go a step further to prove to the Nigerian people that we are here for you. As long as you are a Nigerian, you are a full-blown citizen. It doesn't matter how much you have in your bank account. If anything happens, we are going to hold the person who has done something to you and make sure that you get justice, irrespective of your class, whether you're a wheelbarrow pusher or you are a governor. You are all the same in the eye of the law. They need to do more to prove to us because enable us trust them.
Beyond this case, there are so many girls that are working, underage girls that are working with their madams in the shops, at home, in schools, that are being maltreated just like this. And people are so afraid to bring the case to court because they are hoping, they feel that they won't get justice. But this further lets them know that you don't really matter. 1 million that the whole community can raise for you and give to you. I'm telling you to protect you. Let me take this call from the UK and I'll come back to you. Good morning. Are you there?
Yes, I'm here.
You're live. Go ahead, please.
Shut up, Papa.
I'm just. Can I just briefly say something about the first?
Oh, absolutely. It's your view. Let it count. Go ahead, please.
Yes, I said, can I just say something briefly on your first
Absolutely, item? Madam. Go ahead, please.
Yes. Let's not forget about what really happened, what transpired. It was a tragic event. Yeah, are you hearing me?
Yes.
Okay. Yes. I said, let's not dwell on what really happened. It happened between the man and the woman. My issue is that sometimes I sit down and I watch Nollywood. And I believe that there should be certain programs that should be tailored towards changing certain culture in Nigeria, especially in our younger ones. Where a man, I constantly see men battling their wives on a Nollywood movie. And then every now and again we have programs like yours. I must commend your program. It's very educating. And then we have this program, this sort of thing happening. I am wondering, is there a body in Nigeria that actually monitor what goes on in movies in Nigeria and how those things transpire, how it affects?
Thank you very much, Beatrice. Yes, there's a National Film and Video Centers Board. Definitely, they verify everything that goes on tape. But now, many things are now online. And I think many Nigerian movies are actually changing. I mean, this narrative have gradually begun to change because many have complained about the same thing. And many scriptwriters are changing the scenario and are getting new movies. So you're right in some areas, but I think we're working towards a change in that area. So we're about to wrap up on this. Any comments on social media? You see?
No, I was going to say something for this court case. Let us not completely throw it out. Because because there have been times things like this have happened and there hasn't been any compensation at all. So for that there's a step, but we need to build on it. That 1 million naira just too small for
Justice
that man to pay. And then the second one is that we need to look to community service. Please, all our drainages are blocked. We need people to
He's in Delta State. Is she afraid of the incoming governor?
What if the lawyer of Mr. Ephraim apply to court that for this abuse we are suing him for $1 million damages?
They go beat the lawyer.
Can another lawyer decide, this is such a hot case? No. Can I get it so that we can bump this up for him to like 50 million?
No, you can't punish a person twice for.
No, I'm saying while the case is ongoing before the final.
Except he changes his lawyer, but the court cannot now say, I look at you, Ephraim, for nakeding you aside. This 1 million is not sufficient. Let me add something.
But the judge cannot do that.
He can't do that.
Why?
Shouldn't there be like a minimum amount you should pay for?
Him and his lawyers are calculated his damages to be 1 million.
I know.
And if you don't have money to get a good lawyer, or you're
telling me that he was compensated based on what was asked for.
Yes,
that's go beyond. That's what she's saying.
Yes, it depends on your lawyers. I mean, we have got all this money.
Lawyer can't ask for 1 million. Now, what are we saying?
What if he asked for 10 million?
And then the other lawyer is so good that they break it
He
down.
must also be able to show the court that 10 million is over what that damages. So you cannot go and put one small lawyer.
Well, I don't that's the same thing.
So this judge is sitting, and before you call them
like that, 1 million, salary lawyer.
Honorable justice.
Let me take this call from Pastor Ola. Good morning, sir. Are you there?
So good morning.
You're live. Go ahead, please.
First time caller.
Welcome to the show.
It is good to be persistent. At the point I thought I would never call again because I've been trying for more than 3 years.
Oh my!
I'm getting through for the
They're
first
calling from
time.
Kaduna State. Welcome to the show,
Yes,
sir.
Kaduna State. Thank you. I quickly just want to say something on the issue at hand.
Yes.
You know, in Nigeria, what you see is judgment without justice. For what this man has done, I should think that if you would naked people, a judge should be bold enough to say that you are not going to pay $1 million, you are not going to do the same thing you did to those gentlemen should be done to you. It should be made to go naked and walk on the street. When people begin to get that kind of judgment, I think people will learn to treat the poor with some respect.
Yes.
There's a lot of these days people who don't have means in this country. And things shouldn't continue like that. But that's
Thank you very much, Councillor. So, like, who's fighting for the poor man? Who's really fighting for the man that doesn't have any connections? Because that's what this man is. Because
he didn't have connections. He got judgment now.
He got judgment, but the judgment obviously is not sufficient. We don't see it as justice.
Okay, let me talk about what the scholar talked about. So you see, we don't operate a system where we take care of judgment and justice. So. What you get is what is considered justice. In other climes where you have a judge sitting who knows what the law says, then you put a jury together where they will now calculate what they consider the most fair thing
so we
for
don't have
society.
a jury system here?
We
No,
don't
we
operate
don't.
a jury
Of course
system. We go take one thing, everything will just the cost. There's God.
Okay, we have to wrap up. Let's take a few comments and wrap up on this.
They're not supposed to pay jury now. It's not jury that they get from the streets. You just get to call
No,
someone like
that's
Mariah,
not
you
jury
call
for
someone
those
like this.
places where they
You call
hear.
somebody
It's a
like
jury
this.
they call
Let's take a few comments, so we have to wrap up.
What was the comment I wanted to take, Jerry?
Anyone on the other topic is okay.
Oluwa Belaye says, anger is a small madness, so do nothing when you're angry, because what you will spoil will be more than what causes your anger.
Let me take a Mecca calling from Abuja.
Okay.
Abeka, are you there, please?
Yes, I'm here.
Go ahead, please. You're live.
Igbo people say Okuko Nwogbenye means the fowl of a poor man is a cow. Anybody who is going to naked my wife to get ready to naked himself, 1 million, even $1 trillion naira, I cannot collect it.
Simple.
You can naked me and I will take it, but to naked my wife, my dear, you will naked yourself and walk around the street for me. No, just I will not take any.
Thank you, Jerry, Mr. Mecca. God bless you. That's what we're talking about. So, don't yeah, go ahead.
Oluwa continues. She says, we need to curb our emotions when anger comes in. Our ability to stay calm when you're angry and think about your actions when you react. Bilki says, I love the analysis you gave about maturity and not equating marriage to what is represented in movies. In the real world, you suck it up and carry on. You be rational and civil in your approach. You can't go for beheading when you can take fancy cup and adore for headache.
Festus Akimboyewa says, be not hasty in thy spirit to be angry, for anger resteth in the bosom of fools. Ecclesiastes 7.
Is this same anger that led this man to strip this man naked because he lost 5,000 naira?
Common 5,000.
It's 5,000 naira. It's anger.
He wasn't angry. He was
okay, he's what?
Abusing
and he was abusive of his power. You don't know why
it was ignited by anger.
5,000 cannot get you upset.
5,000. Just all of you come here. You know, naked.
I want to show you that I have more power. Yeah.
Naked. That's abuse
that's
of power.
Anger. That's abuse.
Anger different. This is anger thing. If we put anger on one side, we can take care of anger. You see the other wickedness, the witches craft, and the wizard craft, and all of the crafts.
Those ones need therapy.
Those ones need therapy.
They're different. And you want to take it up?
Okay. I've always made it abundantly clear to my dear wife that if she ever cheats on me, I will get a divorce. No amount of begging will prevent that eventuality. It's clearly more abominable for a woman to cheat in our society. That's, however, not a justification for a man to cheat. This is Joseph Ugo. I love your comment. Williams or Lajumoke.
On the previous topic, okay?
Talk about it. Best way is to walk away once you discover you cannot handle it.
Ronica says there are criteria for awarding damages and compensation. There are rationales and basis for the awards of compensation and damages. Maybe we should get a glimpse of the judgment to know more details.
More details.
Janet says, since you know you can't treat your staff with respect, then man your company alone. Don't employ anyone. Handle the company yourself. Because if it was your family member, you dare not treat them badly.
Lucky says, what is 1 million compared to stripping one naked in public? Just think about it. If you were in the victim's shoes, Emmanuel answers, a well-known principle of law is that the court is not a Father Christmas, and that gives you what you did not ask for.
The Oladidi says, dehumanizing a fellow human being should be a criminal offense.
Yes.
The criminal record will be more damaging than 1 million naira, both at home and
Please clear the drainages. Let them clear drainages.
We can wrap up on that. I think the Miriam has also irritated the fact that we need to introduce more of these community service. Just that many of them should just get one PA to go and do it for them.
No, they will monitor them.
They can't get away with it now. We will watch them on social media.
They will monitor them.
No,
they should call them. What's this called? The media to monitor them.
Social media is there.
The social media will monitor them.
First of all, the government will say, I don't have enough personnel to be monitoring.
We will monitor. I want to start the commission. I will have the commission of the monitoring
available to go and start monitoring.
No.
The Mr. Minister will show up the first day in his thing. Media will come take photos. By tomorrow, somebody else has come take photos.
I will take their newspaper houses have been doing investigation. Nobody sent them. Maybe they beat up one the other day. We took it yesterday. They went to go and video police officers harassing truck drivers. These people will come and monitor the people that are doing community service. They have the time.
This Nigeria.
Yes.
We'll monitor.
We have
Punch is there. Nation is there. They will do the job.
People like to monitor now. So people just take videos
on the show today. So I think to wrap up, the first topic we talked about concerning this issue. Listen, anger management, yes. Premeditated murder. There's nothing like crime of passion in Nigeria. If you kill somebody, you're a killer. You're a killer, and you suffer the consequences of that, which is death penalty. And so we must be careful. But we'll continue to wait for the conclusion of the investigation to know exactly what happened. And the police has confirmed to us that they don't have a confirmation that this girl killed herself, because that's the story that's going around social media. They don't have that confirmation yet. Let's wait for them to give us a report. Concerning this man, many people, the layman's terms, many people feel like justice wasn't served. But thank God we have Nima here telling us that it's about what is presented to the courts, and you can only get the law is not the court's not your para Christmas. You only give you what you ask for. So I'm really shocked that the man probably asked for ₦1 million.
And I level of on awareness.
Even the lawyer said, "I level be that."
Be like, so we don't know the caliber of this lawyer.
It's not.
They are charging bills everywhere.
Please, nobody should strip anybody naked because you might just pay through your nose. That's all we can take on the show today. See you tomorrow. Bye for now.